think that was the Baywatch Croc Patrol. Seahawk's trying to keep up. Flap harder, buddy. No way you're going to catch that dragonfly. Well, our last update, we can't remember when the hell that was or what we told you. So apologies if we repeat some of this. It's been a bit of an update on the car.
Yay, finally.
Yeah. None of it's necessarily good news, but it's some news, which is what we've been lacking for a few weeks. So just to recap, I think we were told that with Toyota it would take about 2 days to have a look at the car. We cancelled an engine that was sitting beside the car because Toyota said if you put someone else's engine up, they don't cover it, and they would only take 2 days. So we booked that into Toyota. Of course, they couldn't look at it for 2 weeks. So the 2 days was at the end of 2 weeks, so we've been stuck in a camp for that long. Then COVID came along when they were about to have a look at it, and the mechanic was crook, so that extended another week. So I think we've been here with 24 days now in total in the campground. No real updates from Toyota at all, other than we will get to it. That was pretty much it. We rung again today.
Oh, they got to it. They got
to it yesterday. They looked at it. It's been a few hours. They've taken the head off, and I think they've taken the photos of the piston, and they've confirmed that yes, there is a hole in the piston, which is what we told them 3 weeks ago. Anyway, that's done. Now the next question was what happens. So they reckon it's going to take a couple of days to get the report together for some boffin probably.
Bear in mind it's Friday.
It is Friday too. Yeah, that's right. So it'll be Friday plus a few days.
Yeah.
Anyway. Long story short, it's going to be a good few weeks for the parts and the work to be done. It sounds like 3 to 4 weeks, and we all know that Toyota 3 to 4 weeks would mean Toyota
8 weeks, 9 weeks.
I'm thinking 3 months, but anyway, so
if we know now
what we knew then, we would have gone home 2 weeks ago.
If we knew then what we know now, we would have gone straight home.
We'd have gone home, but we've just had to sit in this caravan park and wait for Toyota to actually. I don't know what we were waiting for.
RACQ would have paid for our airfares, but now we chose option one.
Which means they couldn't do that because we chose accommodation because we thought it would be fixed. Well, thanks Toyota, it's not fixed. And now we're up for, well, it looks like at least $1,000 to get home. We've looked at the trains. So our decision really is...
That's without our accommodation.
Yeah, so our decision's kind of... Yeah, that's right. Our decision's really to go home. We're 3 days pretty solid drive to get home. And come back up whenever it's ready.
Solid drive with no car, by the way.
And we'll leave the van here. We've got no way of moving the van, but Toyota have offered we can store the van at their place up at Tully, half an hour north of here. So that's good. That's been helpful. And so we're going to do everything we can to try and find a way of getting it towed up there. Might better find someone around, offer them some fuel, or I've put a link on the Facebook page. Maybe... I don't know. I'll run around naked around the campground until somebody gives in and does it.
That's not going to work.
Whatever, I don't know.
Luckily, we do have the tow hitch.
Yeah, we picked that up. Thank you, Dale,
Yeah.
who picked that up for us, because this is going to come in quite handy now, I think. And thank you, Darren, for the forethought about that. Very clever guy he is. Was it your idea?
Yeah, it was my idea.
Thank you, Alison, for the wonderful idea. Anyway, moving right along.
You said that.
Yeah, I know. It probably was your idea. It's always your idea.
It was. I was in the kitchen.
Anyway, so the idea is to get the van up there, and we are thinking carry on from Tully up to Cairns, because it looks like Cairns is probably going to be the easiest way to get transport back to Bribie Island, or Brisbane, where we reside normally. We looked at it from Cardwell and Cairns, and it looks like it's about $400 each or something on the train.
That was the cheap.
That was the cheapest one.
That's one way.
That's sitting up, no bed, no nothing, one way. Oh God!
And it was 404 each on the Greyhound bus.
Yeah, unless you're a Centrelink person, then it's $20, and apparently all the seats are taken by them because they're travelling up and down, funded by the government. So don't worry about if you work and you're in the shit. Good old government's looking after you again. Not. So and the bus was going to be the same price.
It was unbelievable.
What the fuck? Anyway, and it would have been 30 hours, I think, sitting on the bus seat. So we're
going to do it.
We're starting to think now about like renting a car or something like that. A lady came along the campground actually and heard our plight and suggested we look at a company called iMover, which is kind of, they do return trips. You might hire they might hire a lot of vans that go from Brisbane to Cairns, but they've got to get them back somehow. So
Yeah, the rental cars, and some of them are motorhomes, but we've looked, and none of the dates correspond
yeah.
with
So
when we want to go.
we'll see.
so-
I'm thinking worst case at the moment is we would just bloody rent a car for 3 days.
Yeah, and we've actually got the swag, so it means that we can swag it at a campground.
The swag's
on
in the
way.
truck at Tully, so when we drop the van
Yeah.
off, we can pick up the swag and whatever we need, and if we're really stuck, we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
And look, it's not a big deal. If it costs us $1,000 to get back through all of this, and Toyota end up covering the cost of the engine, I would say that we actually got off this pretty light. To be honest, it's been a very stressful, long thing, but from a dollars and cents point of view, pretty light.
We were just feeling really relaxed, and really rested, and today...
Yeah. It's all up in the
It's
air.
just
The other thing to consider is we've got a fridge full of food. We haven't eaten any of our Cape food. Freezer,
empty.
sorry. It's all in the freezer, ready to go for the Cape trip because we thought any day we'd get our van back and keep going. So actually, the campground have been pretty good. They've got a freezer here in the kitchen. So we've
A deep freeze, yeah.
deep freeze, yeah. Freezer, yeah. So we put a cardboard box in there and labelled it. Basically, Darren and Ellie, put your hands in here and we will cut your arms off. And we put all our food in there, and they've given us, I think, what's the date we put on that? Until
30th of October.
October. And what's the date today? It's about the 5th. It's about the 5th of August today. So that gives us a lot of time. Where our thinking is, if the car gets fixed, we'll come back up, pick up the van, which is here as well at Toyota, shoot down the Cardwell, pick up our food, and keep camping, heading north somewhere. If it's going to take a few months, we'll just abandon the car and van and leave it on the side of the road. Buy ourselves a bloody Mini or something and
Oh
travel
my
around, or push
gosh.
bikes. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, we went into action, didn't we? We were ringing around everywhere.
This is it, actually. We have found, and I'm very fortunate to have Ellie, because we've made a hell of a team, and she's just got stuck in. We've both got stuck in.
Yeah, we both have.
And this is a real test of us, I think, and people in general. When oh my God, everything's happened that could go wrong, and everything's been a disaster, and we've just gone, right,
Not
what's the next, everything. What's the next freaking idea? How can we get around this?
Solutions.
Yeah, and it's been a real resilience, problem solving, and stressful. It's been great. I'm not saying it's not stressful at all, but shit, we've come together on this, haven't we? Eh? We've nailed it.
Did I look like that emoji?
Yeah,
What a
you do look like that emoji actually. So that's been really good. So we're thinking we might be out of here in a couple of days. The campground have been pretty good. They've kind of allocated our camp spot for the next week if we needed it, automatically without us asking actually. It's going to cost us another couple of nights here, probably at $50 or something a night. And on Monday, if we can get our van up to drop it at Tully, get it stored at Toyota, and then carry on up to Cairns
Yeah, just
somehow.
going to try and figure out how we're going to get from Tully to Cairns, and then...
And from Cairns home.
And Cairns home, yeah. That's
It's not much to ask, is it?
what we're about to do now. So we may have
Yeah.
to stay in Tully overnight.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
my
not-
God, I'm going to smell like a brewery coming out of that place.
Oh my gosh.
It's Tully. Woo, Tully.
Not the best place, but anyway.
Yeah.
We could catch a bus possibly from Tully up to Cairns.
Yeah, that's possible. It's only a
Yeah,
short trip. Yeah, we might
Yeah,
do
I'll
that.
look at that. I'll see what the prices are. But
Yeah.
yeah,
that could be worth.
$400 down to
Who
Brisbane.
cares?
I was like, ooh.
An hour on a bus is no big deal. That's
Yeah.
pretty small in the context of
Yeah.
things. We've got a bit of gear to carry too, though. Possibly. We'll take with us, but we'll see. We need to sort that out. A lot of the stuff we're just going to store in the van and lock the van up nice
Well,
and
we
tight.
haven't even got we haven't even got a suitcase, have we?
No.
So it's a bit of a pain.
So, and it's going to be a hell of a trip coming back up. It might be cabins all the way till we get up here or something like that. I think we'll probably do that.
What, when we come back?
Yeah. I think I went in a car either, have we?
No.
Oh.
We'll be flying.
Yeah.
We'll get a cheap flight.
Yeah, we might do that. So, far out. Thanks, Toyota, for all the fun, I've got to say. Who would go to somewhere like Disneyland when
I
you
feel
can
like
work
that
with
person
Toyota?
that's like Bugger. You know that dog?
Yeah.
The dog. Is that a Toyota?
Yeah,
ad?
yeah. You know how the Toyota Hilux, it drops out of the air and the dog drops from the cliff,
That sells
and
in
it
the mud.
smashes its face into the back of the ute.
Oh.
That's a lucky dog
I thought they
compared to.
landed in the mud.
Yeah, oh, it does too. It's still a lucky dog compared to what we've been through with Toyota. I'll tell you, you got away cheap dog, man. So that's our update. We'll give you another update when we actually have some things locked in.
Yeah, we'll start doing some planning and and I've already started cleaning up. Just, what am I going to take home? What am I going to...
Yeah, we needed to turn our minds to that because we're going to be carrying a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we could choke like dogs on the side of the road even, I don't know.
Just...
God, what a mission. Because we're about 3 days, I think, from home. 3 days drive, solid driving from home. Imagine if we were over in bloody Perth or something, Jesus Christ.
I'll just see if we can... I might even put up in the local ads, we need to lift to Cairns.
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, that's it really. So, yeah. All right, well, we'll do this again soon.
Signing off.
Okay, we're recording this for the second time because we just had a big long record and Darren screwed it up and didn't even record, it seems, but it was a good spiel. And we started by saying these are alcoholic drinks and they are very large, and these are our second ones, and it's a very good reason we're having these right now, and that reason is we've had a very big day, haven't we? But we've got, long story short, we are going to
home.
We're going home, and we're I can't actually believe that. Holy crap! It sounds weird. Where is home? I don't even know where home is now. We Ruthie and Crabby very kindly are going to help us tow the caravan from Cardwell.
Cardwell.
We now know how to say it properly.
We've been here long enough.
Cardwell to Tully, where Toyota have our car. Toyota have kindly, at least they've done something right, offered to store our caravan there. It sounds like for free, which is nice. They've got a storage shed. And then a couple of hours later, we catch a train, Ellie's idea, all the way back to Brisbane. It's an overnighter, uncomfortable as hell seat, I'm sure. But you know what? After Monday, on Tuesday, we arrive back in Caboolture. And we have stored our food in the freezer.
It's all meals included, and you get to walk around. And
yeah.
We didn't get the bed seats because
couple
they're
of $100 a head.
Couple of hundred bucks each.
And we've stored our food in a cardboard box at the campground here, and with a label on saying Ellie's going to rip anyone's arm off that eats the food. So when we come back up,
it's all the vacuum packed frozen food.
Yeah, she's put a hell of a lot of work into it, and we hadn't really touched our Cape food too much, so it'll all be nicely frozen solid with fish bait smell included, because there's fish bait in that freezer.
Deep freeze.
And Toyota have said it will be about 4 or 5 weeks or something for parts, so we know that will be 8 months, because you can bank on that really. So
because their 2 days ended up being 3 weeks.
2 days ended up being actually nearly 4 weeks.
Nearly 4 weeks.
And we know that Toyota are good and proactive at calling us, so we've only got to call them for the next 8 months every single day to get an update.
So it just means when we come up here now, we will just jump on the train.
Yep.
Come straight
up to Tully where the car and caravan will be, hook up the caravan, and we're going to be on holiday again for the next 20 minutes until something else happens.
Don't think like that.
So Ali's now not going to say about any place that we drive through that she could, I could live here.
Never, ever, ever,
That's
ever,
not happening. She will literally be pushed out the door. That will happen. So, yeah. So anyway, we might be able to carry on our holiday. It's been a really good journey. We've done it as a team, the
We
two
are
of us.
exhausted today,
Just
seriously.
Me, Ali, and a whole lot of alcohol. And we've done it.
We are completely exhausted because that was from Rotogo today.
We have
From
run
hearing from
so many rental car companies today because we were going to rent a car and a
We've
van
been dicked
going
around by
back.
people. We've just been
Oh, nobody answering your phone. It's a Friday afternoon, of course, so nothing's
So
going to happen. Nobody answering your phone. Vans that are available, and then when you go to book them, they're not.
And then they
We've even
say-
had one take the money out of our account, booking, and then no way of picking the van up, no address, no nothing. So it's been a hellish
been a
trip.
nightmare.
So anyway, we have a plan.
Yeah,
So that's good.
Yeah.
Stay by. We might do an update on the train.
maybe. Or just sleep the whole way.
I reckon the train will break down.
I won't. Okay, guys. See ya. Bye.